Good morning. Merry Christmas. I am Reverend Ann Dunican of Unity Church of El Cajon. This morning, I'm going to share with you a story entitled Finding Love in a Bag of Ruffles Potato Chips. Grief. The whole world is weeping, and many of us are grieving the loss of our loved ones and weeping too. The year 2020 and 2021 has been a massive change for all of us. Though our losses we've had to close up in our homes, away from family, friends, co-workers, and many in hospitals, away from all loved ones. As social beings that we are, this has been a difficult time. To say nothing of the things coronavirus has taken its toll on each one of us. We all have our own story to tell, and our own story is unique. I would like to share my story with you in the hope that it will bring some comfort, some wisdom, and yes, some joy. And so here it is. My partner Frank and I celebrated 26 years together in September 2020. We had found each other after the deaths of each of our own spouses by what we called divine appointment. For many reasons, it was love at first sight. We had a more than wonderful life together and planned on growing very old together, but Corona-19 had its own plan. Both Frank and I contacted the virus even after the careful caring for each other not to. On February 1st, 2021, COVID had its own way and took the life of my beloved Frank. Gone were our precious moments together. Gone from my sight were his wonderful smiles and his laughter and our hand holding. In came my grief, my longing for him, and all he brought to our relationship. I recovered from COVID-19 and returned home from my daughters where I had gone to recover. By coming home, I could grieve alone. I could grieve with no limits. I could do all that I needed to do for myself while grieving for Frank. My daughter Daphne made and brought to me a grief bear. His name is Frankie. We grieved together. She made Frankie of his shirts, and she put these 2 button eyes on him. And those eyes I spoke into day after day, night after night, whenever I felt like picking him up and just holding him and speaking to him. because I began to talk directly to the bear, and the bear became Frankie. There began my road to recovery, and this is that story. Those of you who know me I have always counseled, allow yourself to have your feelings no matter what they are. Stuffed feelings do more harm than those that are allowed to be released and played out. I poured my heart out to Frankie and to God, and as I did so, I began to recount all my wonderful blessings that came with my conversations. The memories of our great trips together, the funny things that occurred, and the so many laughs and good times that we had. Our quiet time of peace and joy as we had dinner together. Suddenly, I would begin to see all around me messages that I knew were just for me, signs that spoke of love, his presence, things that I would not make to anyone else but to me. I felt the presence of God and Frank that seemed to wrap their arms around me and give me the courage and the strength, as Philippians 4:13 say, I can do all things through Christ who strengthens me. I began to remember, this is my favorite quote in the Bible. I try to remember to live my life by that quote. My heart began to lift, and I found myself watching for signs of love each moment of every day. As I was shopping, a canvas in the art department said, find joy in the journey. I had to buy it. It was mine. A bookstore dropping out of a book, and a book that I chose to read simply said, I am here. My heart leaped. A music tape made by Frank for me, locked away in a corner, waiting for me to find it. The title, Everlasting Love Songs, all about how much we loved each other. And recently, while eating one of my favorite things, Ruffles potato chips, I found not one, but two potato chips made like hearts. Now I can hear you saying, oh yes, they're just potato chips and they were only made in the factory. And this is just a coincidence that it happened to be made that way. Well, that is true. They were made in the factory, but I don't believe in coincidences. I believe those things that look like coincidences are spiritual signs that have come to give us a deeper message and deeper meaning. They have a message for you to contemplate, for you to see the very bag that you found in it is why they came to me, so I could forever find them. Frank knows I love Ruffle potato chips, so he was sending his love to me in that bag of potato chips. Just as he did with the beautiful red bird that came and sat itself on our railing and sang to me when I came home to stay among the presence of God and of Frank, to tell me that he was here and would always be here. And so, my friends, love is never lost. It's wherever and whatever way you find it. Maybe a beautiful bird, a gorgeous sunset, a 2 potato chips in a special Ruffles bag. All things are possible if you will believe it. God does miraculous things everywhere, always. Open your heart, open your mind, open your eyes, and see them for just what they are, whatever it is they bring to you. And so it is. My beloved friends, I bless you at Christmas and always on your travels. Amen.
Thank you for joining us, and let's stay connected and grow in spirit. We are on Facebook. Search for Unity Church of El Cajon and follow us and like our posts. You can reach us on YouTube at Unity Church of El Cajon. Please subscribe to our channel, watch our videos, and leave comments which can help us improve. We are on the web at unityofelcajon.org. Email or call our church office to receive our weekly newsletters, which lists all of our activities and opportunities to learn and grow together.